Welcome to this presentation. My name is Brent Seidel. I will be talking about Integrated Definitions Modeling, or IDEF, with a special focus on IDEF 0. This presentation will cover for introductory material a background and a brief summary of the defined IDEF methods. The focus mainly will be on IDEF 0 and its use for modeling. Then finally we'll have some conclusions. IDEF was originally developed by the U.S. Air Force by a team that includes Dr. Shunk, who is now a professor at Arizona State University. IDEF is now managed by Knowledge Base Systems Incorporated, which has a website, as you can see, and it provides several reports and tools for using IDEF. IDEF originated in the 1970s with the Air Force ICAM team. They identified a need to improve their productivity and developed IDEF 0, IDEF 1, and IDEF 2. Not all of the methods have been developed. In particular, methods IDEF 5 through IDEF 14 have not been pursued in depth. I was able to find out about 15 different IDEF methods, from IDEF 0 through IDEF 14. The items with an asterisk, I was actually able to find a description of the method. This list isn't really that important, but it shows the breadth of IDEF. IDEF 0 is used to develop functional models. We will cover this in more detail later in the presentation. IDEF 1 is used for information and data modeling and has been superseded by IDEF 1X, which additionally supports integration. The models consist of boxes and lines, text, and a glossary. IDEF 2 is used for developing dynamic models. It has been largely replaced by various commercial products. IDEF 3 is used for modeling process descriptions. It is based on scenarios. The models consist of graphics and text. IDEF 4 is used for developing object-oriented models, typically with client-server systems. It models at 3 levels of design: the system, the application, and low-level layers. IDEF 5 is used for concept and ontology description. This simply means how data relates to each other. IDEF 9 is used for business constraint discovery. IDEF 0 is used for functional modeling. It's based on structured analysis and design techniques. The models consist of boxes and arrows. The boxes represent activities such as machine part, enter data. The arrows represent objects. Each box and arrow is given a reference code, which could be referenced in a glossary. The diagrams can also be hierarchical, where each box represents or can be expanded into a lower level diagram. There are several reasons why you might wish to use IDEF 0 for modeling a project. The first is its simplicity. The IDEF diagram consists of just boxes and arrows. You can start with a pencil and a sheet of paper, and as a result it's fairly flexible. If, in your particular situation, you need to do something that's not covered by the standard IDEF, just grab your pencil and draw it in. You can draw your diagrams at various levels of details. You can start at a high level and work down to the appropriate level of detail, or you can start at a low level and work up to an appropriate level of detail. And since IDEF has been around since the 70s, it's familiar to a lot of people, so you can find people who understand IDEF diagrams. An IDEF 0 diagram starts out with boxes representing activities. The activities could range from something as simple as scramble egg to something as complex as design integrated air defense system. Every activity must have an output. Even an activity like shred documents will have shredded paper as an output. Not every activity requires an input. For example, write story activity has no input. An input is something that gets transformed and no longer exists in its original state. Every activity may have a control. A control basically directs how to perform the activity. In essence, it's like an input, except it does not get modified by the activity, and it still exists in the same form. There may be some discussion on whether something should be an input or a control. It's really not worth fighting over. Just pick one and get on with things. Activities may also have mechanisms. These are tools used to perform the activity. It could be simple tools, it could be pieces of software, or it could even be particular individuals who perform that function. Here you can see a simple IDEF diagram. It shows the production of a part from the raw stock coming in, getting machined and getting drilled, and the final part going out. One thing that's not shown on this diagram that would be more typical on a more complex diagram is that each item, the boxes and lines, would have an index number associated with it, and these would relate to a glossary that would give more description about that particular item. In summary, we've briefly covered the various IDEF methods and given a quick introduction to IDEF 0. If you're interested in learning more about IDEF, here are a number of references that you can use to start your search. Enjoy!